Hello everyone, my name is Quinn and today we're going to be doing predictions for the AFC North. We've done predictions for other videos. This one works the same. We go every team's best, middle, and worst record. Thank everyone for the support on the last video. If you haven't watched it yet, go ahead and do that right after you watch this one. It is an awesome video. I would highly recommend you watch it. If you haven't followed me on my Instagram is @Quinn_Helfrich. I post other NFL news and content, and I also update you guys on new videos. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Finishing in 4th place, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. Don't think they'll be much of a good team this year, due to the fact that defense is still kind of rebuilding. It'll be better than last year. Offensive line still kind of non-existent, as they took Jamar Chase in the first round instead of protecting Joe Burrow. But I guess if he has no one to throw to, it doesn't really matter if he has time. So, and then the record, not good. They won't be that best of 7-10. 7-10, they lose all the division games. They lose to the Packers, they lose to the Chiefs, they lose to the 49ers and the Chargers. Then, middle, they lose a game to the Vikings. And then, worst, 4-13, they lose a game to Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears, because Justin Fields will just be awesome, or David Montgomery will have a great game against that terrible defense that the Bengals have. And then Drew Lock won't be playing for the Broncos, as the Broncos will bench them, and then Teddy Bridgewater and Jerry Jeudy will just be lighting it up. Finishing in 3rd place, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. As a best record of 8-9, I think the Steelers win both games against the Bengals, while losing both games to the Ravens and Browns. Some other games they could win: the Lions and the Raiders are both on their schedule, as well as the Bears, all easy wins for them. And then they have a team that they could go 50-50 on, but I think in this best scenario, they would win against the Minnesota Vikings. Now, middle, 7-10. I think they lose that game against the Vikings, and everything else stays the same. As a worse, 6-11. They lose one other game. They lose a close one, maybe to a team like the Bears. Justin Fields continues to be a monster to all teams that are in his path, or they lose another game somehow. Finishing in 2nd place, we have the Baltimore Ravens. As the best, 12-5. But I think they can do better than that best, if they can pass the ball well. Now, within that best, I have them splitting with the Browns, beating the Steelers twice, beating the Bengals twice. And then their other losses, they'll lose to the Chiefs, Packers, Rams, and then they will either lose to the Colts or Chargers, one of the two. And then middle, they drop the other game. Whoever they beat in the best, either the Colts or Chargers, they lose both those games then. And then as a worst, they drop a close one to someone else. They lose that second game to the Browns, possibly. But this team is a playoff team, easily. Congrats, Browns. You finished in 1st place, but this is only a prediction. Let's get into the prediction. As best, 15-2. The 2 losses, the Chiefs, the Packers. Now, middle, 14-3. They might lose to either the Cardinals or Chargers, or to the Baltimore Ravens once. Then the worst, they lose to one of those 3 teams, as I'd mentioned before. All I know is they definitely will not lose both games to the Ravens. I just don't see that coming at all. Now, that is an awesome record. If it's any of those 3 records, phenomenal. Congrats, Cleveland. Well, that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, Click the thumbs up. Comment what you guys want to see in the future. Follow me on my Instagram at Quinn_Helfrich. If you haven't subscribed, if you could do that, it would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Quinn Helfrich, and I will see you on Friday.